Is this any better? Hello? How's this? Comparatively. Much better, the sound is glitchy. Okay.
This is like completely different sound. This is the... Okay. That's better. Very windy, yeah. So I had to unplug the radio mic. Let me try plugging it back in without the battery.
How's that? I think you have a much bigger delay. Da, da, da. You can hear me properly? Okay. And then if I do the sound bird again,
Oh, that might be my bad. How about now? Sound like a robot? A shame if this doesn't work. I've come to a really nice place and you won't be able to see it. This is much better. Now it's quiet. I can turn it up. The mods also have control over putting the mic and the music up or down. Actually, they don't. They used to. But then I had to change. So now we're just... Yeah, there's no music. There's no functionality. Because I've now swapped just to the Twitch app. So that might be as good as we're going to get. DaveBot still works. That's like the only thing that's still going. I'm going to try and view it myself, but I'm viewing it on the same internet that I'm streaming, so it might cause problems. Is it like livable right now? I can't even see it myself. Yeah, there won't be no music, no loot boxes or anything like that, because the previous setup was I'd streamed to DaveBot's channel and then transmit it via my computer to my channel. But it's good. Okay, I won't try and see it myself. I thought the direct internet to the Twitch app might work better than trying to do things. Pixelated now and again, that's fine. Cool, okay, well, let me try and show you a little bit where we are without moving too much so the internet kind of stays. So, here we go. It's a bit close, I don't really... Can I zoom out? I've never used the Twitch app live before because I found a better solution, but if I switch around, there you go. Welcome to Chew Valley Lake. This is like one of the picnic areas, but over there you can see a nice big lake, and you can kind of see over there's like a big like dam wall that you drive across. Rahul, thank you for the 26 months. I can see that. So yeah, that's where I am. I have picnic stuff, and if I set you down, I will try and got to have a picnic blanket. It's not a picnic without a picnic blanket. This is gonna blow away, but I'll put stuff on it. I bought this from IKEA the other day. There we go. Job board, plate, cutlery. That should be back. Stay. Don't lean. It's all leaning. There you go. Is that too angled? I'll just have to sit far away. back. Good. Lovely. Buffering, or is it working? It's struggling. Let me try and put it back where it was, in case that made a difference. Can't see the top of my head. No. Can I get the full picnic experience? I'm going to put on my hat anyway. Like a bendy wire hat. I can fashion it however I want. How's that? Lovely. This is better? Good. Okay, I'm gonna try and not move it again, but also put stuff on it so that it doesn't blow over. Stay. There we go. And I'm kind of in shot, and you can kind of see my picnic. I bought this hat at Glastonbury. It's my Glastonbury hat. I always end up not taking hats to like festivals and then just buying a new hat. Because why not? Right. What do we do? We do it all at once or courses? It's a good picnicking hat, thank you. I've got this cool box. I also bought this cool box for Glastonbury. The freezer packs keep things nice and lovely. And I bought this bag from IKEA like 2 days ago. Okay, so sandwiches. Traditional for picnics everywhere. Babybel. Good picnic food. Scotch egg. So that should be nice. Pork pies, classic. And Capri Sun Zero jungle drink. I don't know what's in a jungle drink, but these are what I remember from childhood picnics on holiday. Is it struggling? Give it a sec. Da, da, da. Are you back? Might be a computer. It's probably a combination of things. I think that's all I'll get out for now. Oh, and also classic British crisps, cheese and onion squares, and mini cheddars red Leicester. These are what I remember from picnics. You missed everything after sandwiches. That's fine. I will go through it again as I eat it all. Actually, if I close this, I can have it as like a table. So you can see everything perfectly. Here we go. Chopping board. I've got to do a good cross section so you can see everything. I guess let's start with pork pie. I've got a knife in here somewhere. Taking anthropological notes. Sure. You can write a thesis on British summertime practices. Pork pie. It's nice in there. You see, oh, lovely. It's pork meat with pastry, and then there's not much on this one, but normally there is a translucent jelly in between the meat and the pastry that science cannot define. It is unknown what it could possibly be. Try and angle up a tiny bit more. Hopefully they didn't break it. It's pork in a pie, yes, but the pork pie is so much more. The pastry has to be soft yet crumbly, and has to be kind of all somewhat homogeneous so that it all squishes at the same bite pressure. That's good stuff. You can get fancy ones with stuff that like more than pork in it, like a cheese and pickled pork pie. But a cheap classic pork pie is also still amazing. I need liquid, so I'm going to puncture. What Americans, what do you call this? Because I call it a Capri Sun. Would you call it a Capri Sun? A Capri-Sun. Where do you put the emphasis? On the cap or on the pre? Or on the sun? Capri Sun. Capri Sun. It's got. I've never had one of these with a paper straw because it's been many years since I had one. Is this even going to work? How do you pierce a foil package with a cardboard straw? Oh, there we go. It did work. They do have paper straws now, which is fine, but odd. That's good. It's like, is the rest of the packaging recyclable? Because if not, then it almost seems like a waste to put a paper straw. A paper straw which comes in a little plastic bag, which is definitely not recyclable. Plastic bottles, that would seem weird. It's like, if you took the liquid out of the pouch, and lined it up with other fruit drinks, I wouldn't be able to tell. It's the fact that it's in a little pouch is what makes it this. But that's nice. Scotch egg. Tesco's Summer Edition caramelized Scotch egg. That looks good. The knife isn't even big enough to get a full cross section, but we'll do our best. Oh, perfect. Directly through the middle of the yolk. It's hard to tell sometimes. Sausage meat around a boiled egg wrapped in breadcrumbs. And again, you can go to a pub and get a fancy one with like a runny yolk and everything. And it'll be great, but again, classic cold on a picnic is pretty great. I used to just buy like packs of the cheap ones. They come in like 2s normally, sometimes 4s. And I wouldn't even cut it. You just pick it up like an apple and just bite into it. And I'd eat like half the sausage, then I'd eat the egg, then the rest of the sausage. DaveBot has correctly identified where we are. Good job, DaveBot. That's good. You're using a little bit of the caramelized onion, but overall, a good Scotch egg. Presumably invented in Scotland as a way to, I don't know, preserve eggs? Probably not. Or maybe just, I don't know, what they had left over? Who knows? Maybe it's like the Caesar salad, named after just the person who invented it. Maybe it was invented by Mr. Scotch, and therefore it's a Scotch egg. You know, some people say Scotch is like a verb, so it's like a scotched egg, implying you can scotch anything you want just by wrapping it in meat and breadcrumbs. Give it a go. What else could you wrap in meat and breadcrumbs? What? Indian kofta? That doesn't sound right. They originated in Yorkshire. Oh, they were they were named after William Scott. I don't know. That sounds like people are making stuff up and they don't actually know. I think I've got a button on here that will stop the screen from going away. I can't tell. I might have to go into settings. Narcissus meatballs. Yeah, that is an odd one. Oh, I've attracted a wasp. We said it was going to happen. Now it's a proper picnic. Let me turn off the screen timeout. Lovely. It's maybe time for a sandwich. There's space on the board. A lot of breadcrumbs. We have one coronation chicken sandwich. That looks quite good. I'll save the other half for later because I also have the British classic cheese and pickle. Doesn't that look great? Both on Tiger bread, which is also another British classic, at least in the last, 20 years. Maybe a bit more. I used to get it after school. Just go buy loads of Tiger bread and eat them with nothing else because they were that good. Let's start with the cheese and pickle. I don't have cheese and pickle sandwiches very often anymore, so they're still nostalgic. If I ate them all the time, they'd just be another sandwich. I like a smaller cut sandwich pickle rather than your big chunky Branston's or something like that. That has like more solid chunks of vegetables. But they can be enjoyable too. The cheese is an extra mature cheddar. The pickle is a classic British sandwich pickle, I think. Generic brand, maybe Tesco. It's in Britain, pickle is pickle. If it's anything else, it's like a mango pickle or a lime pickle. If it's just pickle, then it's like a vegetable pickle. It's like sweet, it's tangy, it's got chunks of indeterminate vegetables. No one knows what vegetable is in a pickle. Could be anything. No, not pickles, which we call gherkins. It's brown in a jar. And then the Tiger bread. If I turn this one, you'll be able to see the edge speckled like a tiger, which I think they make by crafting a loaf and then putting like something on the top, more dough, maybe, like a cracklin that you put on like patisserie, or maybe they wash it with, I don't know, milk or something. It's something like that. Yeah, you'd probably call it a relish. I should have brought the jar so I could show you. But look up like, what's the one I had growing up? Panyan pickle. That was the best one. That's the one we always had at home. And if it was anything else, I'd be very upset. Panyan pickle. And then, coronation chicken. I think invented for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II, based on things that people would have had around. So it's chicken, apricots and raisins, like curry powder, and some kind of mayonnaise or salad cream or something. They put a rice paste on it. Okay. Sounds about right. Coronation chicken is amazing. You'd think it'd be weird with fruit in it, but it's not. It's great. Mm. I could eat so much of that. I'm trying to think. There was like an official dish for Charlie Boy's coronation. Some kind of cake, or was it a dessert? I don't remember. I remember there was criticism of it. Grapes in chicken salad? I can kind of see that. The best bit of the picnic is having lots of things and then having them all together in bits and pieces. Mm. I think time for a Babybel. Absolutely not British, but nostalgic enough. I assume from, I was going to say the Netherlands, but it says France on here. I guess it could be made anywhere. It's like just tiny Edam. Pineapple on everything, nice. I went to a Mexican restaurant in LA that brought out, it was chicken that was baked in half a pineapple. And then you turn it into whatever you want. It was good. I'm sure I've seen them in American stuff, and obviously in Europe. And you get a little bit of fun wax to play with, mold into the shape of an animal. It's so processed, it's unlike any other cheese you could ever have. Even Edam, which I don't think it calls itself Edam because it's so different. It just is what it is. 100% real cheese according to the label. But also it says, always on the packet, mini Babybel. I've never seen one bigger than this. So what's the regular, is it Bell, Babybel, mini Babybel is this size? Does it just mean it's not a full wheel of Edam? I'm starting to attract the bugs now, I can see them all. You have seen big ones? Like actual Babybel, not wheels of Edam. Interesting. Go back for the coronation chicken. It's too good. I've been here once or twice before. A bit further round, there's a very good fish and chip shop. It's like fancy stuff, salt and malt. You can have like proper sit down stuff, or you can just get takeaway. But then there are like water birds around, but I think most of it is like covered in all of this like reeds and stuff. but maybe we can go for a wander, try and see if there's a place where we can see some ducks. I did bring the peas again. Hopefully the internet will hold out if we try that. If I stop talking, can you hear the nice, relaxing nature sounds? An occasional car? Or do you just get wind? The rustling of the trees. Oh, it's getting a bit windy. You had the cameras on, sorry. Baby ones are made in Kentucky. You can go tour the factory. See how they're made. I'm going to go for squares over mini cheddars. Because these are what I mostly remember as the crisps of childhood. Square. Does what it says. Good cheese and onion flavour. Crunchy. When I was a kid, we used to get variety packs that would have squares, salt and vinegar chipsticks, Frazzles, sometimes discos. And me and my sister would split them up according to our favourites. She liked the salt and vinegar chipsticks, which I didn't care for as much. I liked the cheese and onion squares. We both liked the ready salted squares and the Frazzles, but she'd normally get to the Frazzles first. Yeah. I swear they didn't used to be Walkers when I was a kid. But they are now. Because Frazzles are KP, I think? And there's no way they would have collabed on a multi-pack. Frazzles are bacon-flavoured maize snacks in like the supposed design of bacon. You'd have these little like pink strips on them. And they'd have a taste that wasn't exactly bacon. You can get like Walker's bacon ones, which taste much more like real bacon. Whereas Frazzles are just like their own flavour. Let's have water in here. Need that. Try not to ruin the table, I think. Want to go all open. There we go. It's not the best thing to like get all the last bits out. Unless you like cut it open and just pour it. You think my Scotch egg is enormous? That's like normal size. It's just perspective. If they're small ones that don't have a full egg in, but they have like chopped up egg, that's a party egg, not a Scotch egg. Davebot says it's good. What else haven't we opened? The quiche slash frittata. Some little little dish. It definitely looks like a quiche. Oh, I see. No, it doesn't have pastry around the outside. That's what makes it a frittata as opposed to a quiche. Never mind. Never used to be the biggest fan of quiche. A bit too eggy, but I don't mind it. Can I get one perfect slice out? There you go. Ooh, nice and gooey with sweet corn and red pepper in it. Save the rest for later. I could have got like a boring quiche Lorraine, but it's not as interesting. Egg pie. I mean, basically. It's like the consistency of a cold quiche. It's all kind of congealed. Quiche Lorraine's your favourite? I mean, sure. But it is kind of boring. I want fun, interesting things. Nice, fancy cheeses and Italian meats. Would be a good quiche. Okay, I badmouthed it, but it is quite easy to get all of the Capri Sun out. I'm just going to squeeze it. And that's my savoury things. See how much of this I'm going to finish before moving on to other stuff. I'm going to find some way to sit that isn't going to destroy my back. I could have brought a chair, or I could have just sat over there where there is a chair. But I thought it's not the proper picnic experience. Back to the cheese and pickle sandwich. I mean, sure, if you're going to make quiche Lorraine with fancy cheese, then it's going to be good. But then it's just the fancy cheese that's good. You could take anything boring. put something fancy on it. The cheese in the sandwich, it is neither, Andy. For the best cheese and pickle sandwich, it has to be grated. The finer the better. Because then you have a larger surface area to mass ratio on the cheese, which leads to it imparting more flavour on the tongue. It's like cutting a sandwich into triangles. It just tastes better. It's science. Mm-hmm. Oh, no, speaking of cheese spread, that's another thing I remember from my childhood. Getting little triangles of soft cheese, which a lot of people had dairy. Our household was a laughing cow household. We always got laughing cow. Low-res Waitrose outfit. Thanks, child. Except most of this I got from Tesco rather than Waitrose. It is a cheese and pickle sandwich. It's not Branston. I was saying earlier, I like a smaller cut, softer pickle rather than Branston's, which is chunkier and firmer. I think this one is generic, probably Tesco, but growing up, we'd always get Panyan pickle, which was the best. I'm not sure they even make it anymore. I've gone bust. Same small cock, yes. Laughing cow cheese, just you unwrap it and you just eat it. There's no point putting it on anything. I can hear geese. I could have done this at home with decent signal and given you like some proper picnic ASMR. Listen to me crunch the squares. But I wanted to come out. If the internet still isn't amazing everywhere. When we went duck hunting last time, I was still technically in Bristol, so there was a bit better signal. Yeah, then I wouldn't have been outside. It wouldn't have been as good. So chances are, if I wanted to take you guys on like a hike or something, up a big hill or a mountain, it would not last very well. But at least we know that the Twitch app works a little bit better than the other setup. Yes, I touched grass. Here's some grass. I'm touching it. Another important thing about sandwiches, related to the fact that you have to cut them into triangles, is that this corner, cut it into triangles, means there's only 2 corners rather than 4. And the other important thing is you make sure that this corner isn't the last bite, because it's always more disappointing. There's always less filling. It's like more dried out bread. It's not as good. So you do that as like the second to last bite. You've got to maximize sandwich pleasurability. VP, you would prefer rectangles. What about the corners? With a triangle sandwich, your first bite is one of the smaller corners, and therefore you get closer to the center where all the good filling is. I mean, you can still fit triangle sandwiches in most of the same shaped lunch boxes as rectangular ones, Amrish. Like I did. If you offset them a little bit, you can make any shape, square or rectangle you need. I will admit, if you're not putting a sandwich in a container and you're just like wrapping it in a bag or in foil or something like that, it is less sturdy as a triangle because of the finer points. Those bits could get smushed. Sun's gone away. Even a tiny bit cold. It's a big cloud. At least it's not raining. Don't jinx it. Fine. It's not meant to rain. Doesn't look like it's gonna. Okay. That's the other good thing about a picnic. You can just Brush the crumbs into the grass. Let the aminals feast. Right. In here. For the next course, well, second and other course, that we will just do a little sample. The final course is frozen peas, which we will attempt to give to ducks. What was a Kentucky specific thing? Beer cheese. I've heard of beer cheese. I don't think I had it. Is it just cheese and beer mixed together? Okay, I have Mr. Kipling, French Fancies. Again, amazing childhood nostalgic food. Tanax tea cakes, which were mentioned on Discord, so I had to get some. Jaffa cakes, but they're cola bottle flavoured, which is just something that I had and I quite like. So I brought them. And then also, because we're British, scones and clotted cream and jam. Which is not traditional like picnic fare. It's more of an afternoon tea thing, which you have in like a cafe or somewhere fancy. But I thought, why not? I said scones wrong. No, I didn't. I said scones. That's how it's pronounced. I'm gonna start a fight about how to pronounce scones. Jam first or clotted cream first? See, I take a utilitarian view of these things. It entirely comes down to whichever's thicker, because sometimes jams are thick, sometimes they're runny. Same with clotted cream. Whichever's thicker goes on the bottom, whichever's thinner goes on the top, because that just makes sense. So I will open my cream and my jam, and I will investigate. And then whichever's thinner is going on the top. Just the one. One on the top, one on the bottom, and then smushed together? No. Because then, if you're eating it like a sandwich biscuit, then it'll all smush out. And also, then you don't get as much jam and cream. The benefit of having it in two halves is you can pile up the jam and the cream to basically the height of the half of scone itself. Hey, Crabtree. It's going alright. Signals. It's fine. It's holding out. Once I start moving later, it's probably just going to go. I'm having a scone. Here's my other, like, special cutlery set. Knife. It's scone, yeah. It's a scone. No one said it any differently. It's a scone. Also, a cup of tea, which is hopefully still warmish. Yes. Can you see it? It's hard to see. Tea, there it is. I poured it out. I think that went on my rug. Hang on. The blanket. No, it missed it. Perfect. Smooth. Love it. You can't have a jam scone without tea. These are the best mugs, by the way. Fellow. Fellowproducts.com. You can screw the lid on and just chuck it in a bag, and it's fine. You don't have to worry about holding it upright, and they stay warm for a while. Lovely. Everyone in the band had one, including Abby and Kaz and everyone. But we all got different colours so that we could tell them apart. I think Andy's got like 3 at this point. That's good cream. Thick. So I think it's going to go on the bottom. I could do one of each just to keep you lot happy. Oh, they're like gooey. That's why it's got to be clotted cream and not any other type of cream. You need the crispy top and the gooiness. The problem is if I do one and then the other, I'm going to contaminate the knife. Fine. Seedless raspberry jam, my personal preference. See, the jam is actually quite thick, so maybe it could work either way. But if you got like a country style homemade jam, it could be pretty runny. There you go. And cream for this one. And we'll do a taste test. We'll see which actually tastes better. I think because it was quite runny cream and quite thick jam, they were both similar consistencies. So from a utilitarian standpoint, it didn't really matter. Okay. I don't remember which style is which between Devon and Cornwall. But that's cream first. And it's good. I don't think there's going to be any difference between the two. So good with tea. Oh. I could just have afternoon teas forever, and I think I'd be happy. Sandwiches, little cakes, scones. Lots of tea. Like Gandhi. Did Gandhi just live off afternoon teas? Oh no, what Longest Dave said, I see. Gandhi but old. Oh, the tea time alarm, yeah. It went off, but because I'm streaming, you didn't see. The alarm that goes off to tell everyone in Britain that it's tea time. Good stuff. Oh yeah, happy 4th of July, by the way. I hope all of the colonial traitors are enjoying their independence. Not, doing anything bad with it, I hope. I'm sure everything's going perfectly fine. But if you wanted to take it back, I mean, I'm sure we can work something out. I know you said no kings, but if you're, comparing between our king and your king, just saying maybe you want to make a different decision. You feel so patriotic, yes. Go get some tea and some scones. Enjoy a nice British 4th of July. Yeah, Charlie has some weird opinions too. But he's very green, which we like. If this way round, I feel like it's less sweet. You get more, you taste more of the cream and less of the jam. This is a matter of taste, I guess, but they're both fine. The truth is, it doesn't matter. People from Devon and Cornwall just like to complain about things. Yeah, he's not actually in charge. Throwing my hat into the ring to be king? I mean, I'll give it a go. If you want. Can't be that hard. What do you mean? Taxes at 3%, unless you're rich, and then it's 75%. Anything that you would literally die without is provided to you by the government, or me if I'm king. That's pretty much it. You can keep your biscuits. Okay. You can keep your biscuits, but you have to call them something else. What about flim flams? Red nuggets. Just call them savoury scones. That's basically what they are. Inflammable, yep. Iron death included, sure. I mean, like I said, if you need it to live, which apparently I think living isn't just surviving either. Living is living. So that includes eyes and teeth. They're not scones. The texture is different. It's not that different. A little bit more solid, slightly less crumbly. You can put sausage gravy on a savoury scone or cheese scone. It's fine. There's very little difference. Dave for king, thank you. Dave Bot is my running mate. Yeah. Where do I apply to be king? You don't vote for a king. The Lady of the Lake throws a sword at me, and then I become king of the US. Oh, baby the bell out. Vice King. I'm pretty sure it would just be like Queen. Daypot can be Queen instead of Vice King. Okay. Last things. A French / fondant fancy. King of the Stream, yep. I'm also still Emperor of the Longest Johns because I was appointed for life and therefore it still applies. I'll come to Lake Superior and they will throw a sword at me. Yeah. Queen Davebot. I think that works. I'm going to go for a pink one. The pink ones are good. It's a bit squashed, but it's still good. The Tannock's Tea Cake has the special pull tab that makes a little cardboard snake that was a lot of fun as a kid. And then you can like zigzag fold it and then it does this. Hours of fun. We didn't have Xboxes when I was a kid. We did have Game Boys. Tannock's Tea Cake. And finally, a single Jaffa Cake. Cola bottle flavoured, but I swear they're smaller. They definitely used to be bigger. Shrinkflation of Jaffa Cakes. There you go, it's like afternoon tea putty fours. My legs. Save the marshmallow for last? How do you do that? You've either got to leave it on the biscuit or leave it in the chocolate. You can't eat the biscuit and then eat the chocolate and then eat the marshmallow because then you just got soft marshmallow in your fingers. 2 jammy dodgers, nice. In actual fact, when we used to go for a picnic, it wouldn't be stuff like this. It would be like a penguin or a club, something that travelled better than a squishy cake. But these are still good. Mr. Kipling, always the best. Should have bought a trash bag. That'll do. It's a little square of cake, topped with a little bit of icing, like soft buttercream type thing, and then covered in fondant. Incredibly soft. Has a very particular taste that is found nowhere else, except in these, which is weird. Yeah, penguins. Penguins are little chocolatey things. Chocolate biscuit coated in chocolate. Good stuff. And then clubs weren't as good. They were just like a slab of biscuit covered in solid chocolate. And then you get orange penguins and mint penguins as well, which I was less of a fan of. Yeah, I suppose a penguin is kind of like a bourbon. Jaffa Cake, circle of weird. It's It's somewhere in between a cake and a biscuit. Because it's quite solid. But it's soft enough when you bite it. And then obviously little thing of orange, but in this case cola bottle, covered in dark chocolate. Full moon, half moon, total eclipse. Nice. It's not a cookie. It's very soft. You can also bake a full-size one, which the company did to prove it was a cake. And then 10x tea cake. I've almost finished my tea. Perfect. You open from the bottom. And that's your tea cake. And you get the nice foil, and you can... Oh, I've ripped it. But you straighten it out so that it's... Oh, I've ripped it again. So that it's like perfect. And then you fold it up. And if you do it right, you fold it so you just have like the star in the middle. That's all that's left. Or, you know, you screw it up into a tiny ball. So yeah, best way to eat it, upside down. You eat the biscuit off. Like that. So you just get a little chocolate cup full of marshmallow. And again, it's very soft biscuit. Hey, boo. And then you can just lick out the marshmallow. I don't like to lick it all out. I like to leave some in the chocolate shell. And then it goes all in. Aww. Yeah, tutorials. Because you've got to eat it the right way. Otherwise you'll be kicked out. Oh, perfection. Nice. And that is all of my picnic. I've got leftovers for later. Some of this I'll be eating for days. Go back to there. Oh, fabulous. Did you all have a nice picnic, chat? Dirty knives in the bag. I didn't really use the plate. I brought a plate, but wasn't exactly necessary. I brought extra sun cream as well, which I don't really need. It's been a fairly cloudy day. You learned how to eat a scone. Good. Oh, that's Smart of the Bears, yes. All those British bears everywhere around, like Paddington and Rupert. Cultural knowledge, yeah. Oh, I'll just lie down for a bit. Where's my hat? Like this. Oh, I should put something behind my head. Crocs, those will do. The ground is very bumpy. I might never get up from here now. This was a mistake. No, it's too bumpy. I can't even relax. Ugh. I totally would take a nap if it was comfortable enough. I didn't have any sausage rolls, but for me, sausage rolls aren't picnic food. They're like party food. Or if you can get one warm, then it's just, I don't like a cold sausage roll. Midlife crisis? What do you mean? I'm not in crisis. I'm having a wonderful time. Okay. I don't even need the hat anymore. It's not that sunny. Well, if I dump stuff back in the car, we could go for a wander. Whether the internet holds out long enough to find any ducks or see much of the lake will be the question. But we can give it a go. If we head that way, I think the path leads around to the fancy fish and chip place, where there'll probably be a lot of people, but we can skirt past them. And I think down that way there might be a spot where ducks and geese and swans and things turn up more. I could have brought a pillow, yeah. Yeah. I was looking on, there's a map of places. Oh, it's just a map, it's a whole map of coverage for the phone network I transferred to. And here is in the 4G zone, not in the 5G zone. I struggled to find somewhere in the 5G that wasn't at least a little bit urban. So maybe next time we'll try and stick to places in the 5G zone. Because then even if it doesn't go to 5G, the 4 should at least be better. Yeah, I'll take duck snacks. But yeah, I'm on the Twitch app. It does kind of stop and start. Let's have a look. I'm moving it so it might die. It's also, it's definitely closer than the camera's closer than it was in the other one. I also can't zoom. So it's weird. It doesn't have the same camera controls. It also has stuff on screen. Like the chat I can put on and off, but it has alerts. So Rahul sub is still on screen from earlier. I don't know how to make it go away. And it doesn't zoom in and out. Is this just how the Twitch app is? Is there no way to get rid of it? and no way to zoom. That's annoying. I could go back to the other setup, but it did seem to be worse. So I assume the Twitch app is better for broadcasting itself, but I don't know why it wouldn't let me do stuff. You can't actually zoom. I mean, I can't do it today, but the other option is that the app I was using to stream to the DaveBot channel, which was then rebroadcast on mine, I could go direct from that. But it felt like that was struggling. That was the bit that was struggling rather than the rebroadcast. Really, the other camera's better quality. That is odd. I mean, if we go for a walk, I'll use that one anyway. Yeah, it shouldn't change like the stream quality. Yeah, the camera's definitely better on the back than the front, but the camera on the front's still good enough. If anything, having a worse camera would make the stream quality better, because it's sending like less megapixels or whatever. Isn't like the optimization thing? Weird. Oh, there's a wasp in my crock. Remember to get him out before I put it on again. Okay, well, we go back to the car, dump picnic things. The sun looks like it might come out again. And then we'll go for a wander. And if it dies, I'll try and restart it. But if it's too bad quality, then the stream might just disappear. But it's fine. I mean, if I have it on this camera, you're going to be way too close to my face anyway. Also, how's the battery? I should have checked that. Oh, it's on 35%. Tell you what. Do you want to go hang out in the car for a little bit? I'll see if I can charge the phone a bit more. Slightly more than the battery pack is doing. Because otherwise, it may just die anyway. I think with the stream running, the best we might get is stationary charge. It might not go down, but it might not go up, in which case we're probably better off in just going for a wander. 35%, I think it was on like 80 when I started. So we'll probably get at least another like 45 minutes from 35%. Let's do that. Okay. Reform the hat into some kind of cowboy configuration. Cowboy hat Cowboy mode hat. How's that? Lovely. Wandering hat. Yes. Okay. Go in there. Check the Crocs for wasps. Put them in sport mode. Sport mode. Sport mode. Perfect hat, 10 out of 10, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Need to get off the blanket so I can roll it up. There's a dog barking. Oh, so much grass on it. Flappy, flappy. It's quite thin for a picnic blanket. It's more of like an actual just throw blanket. But it was the only one in IKEA that was like tartan, which I feel is important for a picnic blanket. It's not really a picnic blanket if it's not tartan, or at least checked. Okay. Sorry, hitting the mic with the bag. Everything. Okay. Come on, chat. I got you. I'll have a look at the view rather than my face. I guess we can do a test. How, while I'm moving around, how bad is it? And on this camera. Can't see much of the lake around here. If I do a spin. Spin. Good, bad. Pretty sky, yeah. These are the nice clouds that are covering the sun. And the baby in the carrier, yeah. It's good right now, okay. We might get away with a little wander then. Take you back to the car. I think I left anything over there.